Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rant Series. Today is going to be, another short rant. I don't want to make it too long, probably a couple minutes, but I wanted to make a rant today about basically how people really don't understand me as a person, I've noticed that over the last couple of years is that, people don't really seem to understand me. I'm a very misunderstood person, and I've definitely met people in my personal life who have understood me, but that's in the minority of people. A lot of people really don't understand me, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. I know a lot of people can relate to this because a lot of us do feel misunderstood, and I don't expect people that I meet and, only known for like a few months or whatever. I don't really expect them to really know me as a person, but, I really don't feel like a lot of people understand me as a person. And, it's really depressing because I try to put myself out there. I try to, I try to do the best I can with expressing myself and, explaining my emotions and showing my actions of who I am as a person. And that doesn't really seem to do anything. People still seem to, misinterpret me completely, just not really understand who I am. And, this happens a lot when it comes to dealing with my family, especially my own mom. She doesn't really seem to understand me that well. Like, she'll tell me things and other stuff and communication, and it's just not really who I am as a person, and I feel like she really doesn't understand me as a person. And, over the years, she's said stuff, and it really just shows me she doesn't understand me, and, and it's just sad because you're supposed to understand your child, Your child is someone who you're really supposed to understand. And it's really sad when you don't even understand your own child. You're like misunderstanding them. But, it's come to the point where I don't really expect people to understand me. You're always going to have people who don't understand, who misinterpret what you say. And this, people that are never going to understand you no matter what happens. People are always going to misunderstand you. And that's what I've always seem to, think. But, now that I'm getting my confidence and I've really gained a lot of confidence and really been doing a lot of thinking, especially since I'm in my 30s now, people are gonna, like I said, people are just gonna assume what they want, and they're gonna assume they're not gonna understand you. They're gonna think stupid shit about you. But I know who I am as a person, and I know what I stand for, and I know my values, and I know my goals, and I know things I don't like, and I know things that I do like. So I really need to stop letting people who don't understand me really bother me, because a lot of these people, like I said, they don't know me. So, I don't like it. I need this. I need to just stop. I really just need to stop expecting people to understand me, I just made an entire rant not that long ago about expectations, and I really need to stop expecting people to understand me as a person, because a lot of the time they don't. So, it's just the way it is. And, I've noticed this about myself for quite a while, but, it's just, again, it's really sad that my own mother seems to misunderstand me a lot of the time. And, I could sit there and I could explain to her who I really am, or anyone else, but I could just sit there and explain to them who I really am and what I believe. But, people tend to draw their own conclusions. People tend to just think what they want regardless. A lot of people just don't really give a shit. You could tell them that your favorite food is something, and they'll forget and think it's something else. Or, people draw their own conclusions about you. You could tell them that you're a good person, and, you like to do charity work, and sometimes people will find a way to make you a piece of shit in their own mind. Like, they'll find reasons to not like you if they have a grudge with you or something. So, I don't know. I guess it ties into the whole, like, wanting to be liked, wanting people to accept. But, you know, because if someone misunderstands you, they're probably not going to accept you if it's bad stuff. But, you know, that's another thing about, you know, not really caring about being accepted and just being yourself. I've already made an entire episode on being yourself, but, yeah, that's pretty much the rant. I just wanted to talk about it because people really don't understand me. And, like I said, I know a lot of people go through this, and it sucks. It really does suck. But the most important thing I've found is that you have to understand yourself. That's the most important person in this world to understand is yourself. And some people don't even know who they are. Like, they're very lost. And I think it's quite a gift if you can understand and accept and know who you really are as a person. Finding yourself is a very good thing. And I've always known who I am. You know, I've never really been lost as a human being, you know. I may have been lost with what decisions I want to make or where I want to go with my life, but I've always known who I am as a person. Like, I've never had to question that. I've always known, like, my morals, my goals, my incentives, and, you know, some of that stuff changes as you get older. Like, some people become religious, and then they get older and they don't become religious, or the opposite. You know, that's always changing, but there's core principles that, like, you know, you have, and I feel like some people get lost with that. So I'm very lucky to know who I am. So I just need to be lucky that I know who I am, and, you know, some people are going to misinterpret me. It's a part of life. Not everyone's going to understand you. Some people are going to misunderstand you, and like I said, it's a waste of time trying to explain yourself because people still make up dumb lies about you or try to play it off and still think you're a bad person or whatever. But, you know, it's going to happen regardless. And who gives a fuck in trying to, you know, make yourself look good for a bunch of strangers probably, or a bunch of people you're trying to impress? Who gives a shit? Be yourself. Try to be the best person you can be. And if they don't like you, like I said, it's their fucking fault. But, that's pretty much the rant. Like I said, I don't want to make it too long. I try to make the short rants about 6 or 7 minutes tops. But anyways, I'm going to go now. Thank you for listening to this rant, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to make more videos soon, but just for now, enjoy this one, and I'll be sure to make some more soon. So thank you for listening. Have a good one. Thank you. I love singing too.